Happy afternoon, everyone. I'm thrilled to have you all back for the afternoon session. I know with our tummies full, it's quite the task for a mind to stay active. But say, when have we backed out from an opportunity to step up ourselves? We have Ms. Satya from KG Campus Zero with us today. She'll be presenting on reflective journaling as part of the self development and will share how reflecting helps us grow both personally and professionally as educators. Satya ma'am, over to you to take us forward with the session.
Yeah. Happy day, everyone. My warm welcome to you all for my session. Mm. My topic is reflective journaling. Reflective journaling is simply taking a few minutes to pause, think, and write about your day or our experiences. It helps us understand ourselves better and notice things we usually overlook. And it is a structured method of documenting experiences, emotions, and insights. We all go through many moments during the day, some positive, some stressful, and some confusing. And journaling helps us capture these moments. Instead of keeping everything in our mind, writing it down gives us more clarity. It allows us to step back and look at situations calmly. For example, if something made you happy or upset today, writing it down helps you understand why it happened and what you can learn from it. And it promotes in deep thinking, intentional action, and better understanding of one's behaviors. Most days we react quickly without thinking deeply, but journaling helps us to slow down. When we write, we start seeing patterns, what motivates us, what drains us, and what could we do better. It makes our decisions more intentional instead of emotional or rushed. For example, if you write, I feel rushed today because I didn't plan my morning. The next time you naturally think of preparing earlier. Next, who can journal? It is suitable for all ages. The children with 5 plus guidance. Young children can start journaling in very simple ways. They don't need to write sentences. They can draw, circle, or emojis, or even complete sentence starters. Journaling helps them express emotions, recall daily events, and build early self awareness. Like by drawing, they can do like today I play with them, this, like they can draw their toys or their favorite things. Or even they can circle their feeling like happy, sad, excited, or confused. And it benefits in emotional literacy, it builds confidence, and it encourages observation among the child. Next, older children, which is 7 to 12 years. At this age, children can do simple written reflections. They can write about their day, their friendships, challenges, or achievements. Like they can write like one thing I learned today, or a challenge I faced and how I handled it like that. It helps in strengthening writing skills, and it improves problem solving and helps them understand their behavior. The next, teenagers have lot going on, academics, peer pressure, emotions like that, and journaling becomes a tool for clarity and emotional regulations for them. And then for adults, we use journaling for reflection, stress management, and setting goals. It helps them slow down from daily routines and look at situations more thoughtfully. For example, what drained my energy today? What brought me joy? And what can I improve for tomorrow? Like that. It improves clarity and it enhances a personal growth among every individual. Next, for teachers and educators, um, journaling becomes a professional tool. It helps us analyze the classroom experiences, teaching strategies, and student behavior. Like which part of my lesson worked well today, which student needed extra support and why, and what will I differently try for the next time like that. It enhances in better student understanding, which we will see later. And next, for parents, parent can journal to understand their child's behavior, routines, and emotional needs. It also helps parents reflect on their own responses and decisions. For example, what challenge did my child face today? Or how did I respond? And what could I try for the next time? Like that. It helps in strengthening parent child connection and builds empathy and patience, which also helps track patterns over time. And next, for professionals, it can be for the professionals in any field. It is useful for the employees, leaders, or anyone working in teams. And it leads to better communication, planning, and self awareness too. Like, for some examples, or what did I accomplish today? What obstacles came up, and how did I respond? Like that. It also helps in better performance for professionals and also helps to manage stress in a good way. And next, for anyone seeking clarity and personal growth, you don't need a problem to start journaling. Anyone who wants to understand themselves better, or stay organized, or grow emotionally can start today. Like, what is one thing I want to work on this month, or what am I grateful for today? Like that. It helps in developing a stronger self awareness and a sense of purpose. Journaling is for everyone, whether you can write long paragraphs, short sentences, or even just draw. There is no age, skill level, or professional that cannot benefit from reflection. Next is the types of journaling. There are so many types in journaling. I have brought few here. First is expressive writing. This is the most free and open form of journaling. There is no structure and no rules. You simply write whatever is in your mind, thoughts, emotions, worries, ideas, or experiences. For example, today I felt overwhelmed during the meeting. I realized I'm talking too much. I need to set clear boundaries, like that. It helps you in releasing emotional pressure. It is good for a stress relief and for adults, teens, and teachers too. The next is gratitude journaling. This form focus in what we appreciate or feel thankful for. Gratitude journaling shifts the mind from stress to positivity. For example, you can write, I am grateful for a peaceful morning. I'm thankful for a colleague who helped me today. I'm happy I got 10 minutes to relax. Like that. It helps in improving your mood, builds a positive mindset, and it works well for both children and adults. The next is prompt based journaling. Here, the prompts are the guiding questions that help people reflect without feeling stuck. This is perfect for beginners who don't know what to write. Like some prompts were, what made me smile today? What challenged me today? What one thing I want to improve tomorrow? Like that. It reduces confusion and it gives a proper structure for you to write the journaling. And the next is the prompt based journaling, sorry, visual journaling. This uses drawings, doodles, symbols, colors, or photos instead of long writing. It's ideal for creative individuals or people who struggles to express through words, like drawing the best moment of the day, making a mood collage with colors, or sticking pictures with represent feelings or memories, like that. It is great for young children and encourages their creativity too. The next is learning reflection journals. These are used to think about what we learned and how we experienced it. Like, we use this for professional reflection and students use this for study improvement. Uh, in for teacher, they can write my hands-on activity worked well. The students understood very quickly, like that. And student can write like I understood fractions better than after using the real objects, like that. It improves the teaching, it strengthens academic learning, and helps to track the growth of each and every child in our class. The next is voice journaling. This is a journaling by recording your voice instead of writing. It is useful when writing feels tiring or when emotions are easier to express verbally. Like, we can record like I felt frustrated in the morning, but after taking a short break I regained the focus, like that. It is easy for people on the go, and helpful for emotional release, and great for anyone who finds writing is difficult. And the next is the journaling tools and materials. Like many prefer journaling on their phones because it is very convenient. And apps often provide prompts, reminders, mood trackers, and private spaces too. For example, you can use Google Keep, Notes app, or even simple diary apps. It is easy to maintain and it's very good for beginners too. And it is always accessible. And the next is reflection notebooks. The traditional notebooks are still the most popular. Dedicated reflection notebook creates a private space to think, write, and decompress. Like it can be a plain notebook or a bullet journal or even a teacher reflection journal. And here there will be no distraction, no digital distraction, and it is so very personal and creative for you, and it helps form a daily routine. And the next, printable templates. These are structured sheets with boxes, questions, and prompts. I have some templates which I will share you at the end of the session. And this reduces the pressure of thinking like what should you write and make journaling very easier. For example, there will be my mood today or three things I learned template like that, and daily wins and challenges. Everything is given as prompts. You don't need to think anything. What can I write or what should I do like that? It is very kid friendly and it is so quick and simple to do. And the next is color coding techniques. Using colors helps people express emotions non-verbally. Like color coding also makes journals easier to review later also. It like for example, blue for calm moments and red for challenges and green for achievements and yellow for gratitude like that. It makes the journaling fun and helps identifying the emotional patterns, and it is so great for visual learners too. And the next is photo based reflection. Some people prefer photographs instead of text. You can take a picture of a moment, a place, an object, or even a feeling and write one or two lines about it. For example, a photo of a peaceful evening with a note like this helped me relax after a long day. Or a picture of messy desk with I need to work on decluttering like that. It is very engaging and suitable for beginners, and for children, teens, and adults too. Journaling is very flexible. There is no right way to do it, whether you prefer writing, drawing, speaking, or taking photos. The journaling style is for every personality. It differs for each and every personality. Next, how to do reflective journaling. First, find a quiet place. Reflection needs a mental space. It doesn't have to be perfectly silent, but it should be a spot where you can think without interruptions, like a corner of your room, a garden or balcony, a classroom after the children leave, a quiet moment while having a tea, like that. When the mind is calm, thoughts can flow naturally. And write for 5 to 10 minutes daily. You don't need long pages. Short and consistent writing is more powerful than writing a lot once a week. For example, you can write for just 7 minutes about how your morning circle time went, like that. Small routines keep the habit alive and it also reduces pressure. Next, be honest and free. This channel is very private. You're not writing for anyone else. There is no judgment, no checking, no correction at all. For example, today I felt irritated when things got rushed. I need to slow my pace tomorrow. Like that. The more honest you are, the more you learn about yourself. And ask what happened and how did I feel. These two questions form the heart of reflective journaling. The aim is not just describing events but also understanding the internal reactions. In what happened, you can write like the activity took longer than I planned, just like that. And how did I feel? You can write I feel stressed because I didn't expect the children to need an extra support, like that. The separation helps you see patterns in your emotional responses. And then end with a positive intention. A positive intention is small, encouraging thought that guides for tomorrow. It is not a big goal, but it's just a gentle reminder. Tomorrow, I will try to stay calmer. I will celebrate even my small success. Like that. It will give myself more patience. And it closes the journal with hope and motivation. And some key things to remember are be consistent. Consistency is more important than depth. Even if you write 2 lines a day, it builds clarity over time. Like you can write task, the highlight of the day, like that. There is no right or wrong way, there is no correct format. You can write bullets, sentence, or even draw, as we seen before. Paragraph, a doodle, a mind map, or even some bullet points are enough. Choose a style that feels natural to you and focus on feelings. Reflection becomes more meaningful when emotions are involved. For example, instead of writing children were noisy today, you can write children were noisy today and I felt overwhelmed. Maybe I need a calmer transition activity, like that. Feelings provide insights into our reactions, strengths, and stress points. Then maintain privacy. Your journal should feel safe. When you know it's private, your writing becomes genuine. Just keep it in a drawer or use a password protected app. Avoid sharing unless you want to. Reflect, not just record events. Simply writing what happened is not reflection. Reflection asks why and what next. Like you can write like the art activity went well because the children are very engaged. And the next time I will add more color choices, like that. And then follow a 10-minute time frame, which is the most important uh, thing, not only for journaling, also for any new habit you want to follow. It is a 10-minute tether technique. Instead of um, starting a new habit in a random time, you can insert that in a fixed time routine, like before going to bed or after waking up, like that. You can insert this new habit in your daily routine. Like 10-minute limit keeps journaling very simple and practical. It also avoids overthinking. You can have time like 3 minutes for emotions, 3 minutes for gratitude, and 3 minutes for reflections or intentions, and 1 minute for deep breathing to close, like that. And the next is the reflective journaling for kindergarten teachers. As KG teachers, every day brings different emotional and behavioral situations. Not all days goes as planned, and it's okay. Reflection helps us process these situations calmly. For us, the reflection is especially important because children may not always express emotions in words. Their behavior communicates their needs. Every classroom moments teaches big lessons. When we journal, we will learn from our own classroom. A simple written record of daily teaching moments and classroom experiences. You can write one paragraph, a few bullet points, even 3 to 4 lines. What matters is the honesty, but not the length. It benefits in improving classroom practices. When we reflect, we notice patterns. If circle time always becomes noisy, journaling helps us realize the children need more movement before sitting, like that. It supports better understanding for children. Reflection helps us see why a child behaves in a certain way, not just what they do. You can write like a children who keeps disturbing may actually be tired, hungry, or seeking attention. It strengthens professional confidence. When we write what we handled well, we will feel proud and motivated too. You can write like today I calmly handled a crying child, like that. It builds confidence for future situations for you too, and encourages mindful teaching. Instead of reacting quickly, we respond thoughtfully. Like instead of scolding immediately, I paused and spoken softly. Like noting these every time. It is a gentle reminder for you uh, about your reactions. It enhances child centered planning. Reflection helps us plan activities based on children's needs. It's not just the timetable. If children enjoy sensory play, we can include more activities next week. Like you can write everything in your daily actions. And next is the teaching scenarios that need reflection. First is handling challenging behaviors. For example, a child throwing toys or refusing to sit. You can reflect on what triggered his behavior. Was the child tired, hungry, or overstimulated? Like that. And then supporting shy and anxious children. For example, a child who refuses to speak or join group activities. The reflection helps us ask, did I give enough time? Did I force the participation or offer comfort? Like that. Then managing classroom routines. Children rushing during lineup or snack time, like that. For that, you can reflect, like it helps improve a structure and transition. And communicating with parents. For example, a difficult conversation with a parent about behavior. You can um, reflect it like to improve the communication tone or choose better words during next time, like that. And balancing workload and emotions. For example, feeling exhausted and emotionally drained. Journaling helps us release stress instead of carrying it home. And here are some simple reflection framework. What happened, and describe the situation without judgment. And how did I feel? Angry, calm, confused, or proud, like that. And why did it happen? It triggers environment and the child's need. What's the trigger? And when did it happen? And what is the need of the child? Like that. And the next is what will I do next time? It is the one small improvement which can be done in our future. And reflecting on teaching strategies, what worked well today? For example, storytelling with actions kept children engaged. You can write like that. And why didn't it work as expected? Because the worksheet activity was too long, like that. And what can be modified? You can write, uh, break the worksheet into two shorter tasks, like that. And what new ideas can be tired? You can write, we have to use puppets or flashcards instead. And the next is some journaling prompts I have given here. The moment today, the moment today that made me think. You can try these prompts in your everyday basis or even one per day, like that. A child who needed extra support was like that. And the one thing I handled well today, and the one thing I want to improve. And today I communicated positively when something happened, like that. And the next is the journaling for self development. Now, let's move on to the self development. This type of journaling is not about lesson plans or children, it is about us as individuals and as teachers. It is writing what is in your mind, writing about how you felt during the day, or writing why you reacted in a certain way. Like that, there is no structure, no correction, no judgment. For example, today I felt overwhelmed because I had many responsibilities, like that. It promotes self awareness. Journaling helps us understand ourselves better. Like you can feel like when I write regularly, I realize I get irritated when I'm tired or hungry. It helps you to um, observe yourself and express it. This awareness helps us manage our reactions, and it reduces stress and mental clutter. Our minds carry too many thoughts. Writing it down, um, like a pending work or family concern, helps clear the mind and sleep better. Journaling acts like emotional unloading. It is not only suitable only for your profession, but mainly suits for your personal development too. It builds positive personal growth. When we write, we learn from our own experiences. For example, I noticed I handled a different parent conversation better than last time. Like it. This shows the growth and progress. Of course, every time you will observe and think like what you did, but when recording it every time, you can even review it later in later days too. And it improves emotional regulation. Journaling helps us pause before reacting. Like instead of reacting angrily, writing helped me understand my emotion and respond calmly the next day. Like that. And it boosts confidence and self motivation. When we write small wins, we feel motivated. You can write like today I managed my class calmly. And reading this later will builds confidence among yourself. And here are some prompts. What was the most meaningful moment in my day? This question helps us focus on positive or impactful moments, even our difficult days. Meaningful doesn't mean big, it can be very small too. For example, a child who usually struggles finally completed an activity. A colleague appreciated your support, like that. Calm moment when the class listened attentively. And when we identify meaningful moments, our brain slowly shifts from stress to gratitude. How I contribute positively to my workplace. This prompt builds professional confidence. Teachers often underestimate their daily contributions, so it helps us to develop our confidence. For example, when you help the new teacher understand their classroom routines, or manage a difficult situation calmly, or prepared materials that help the children learn better. Like that. Uh, we have to encourage the honesty. Even small contributions count. And then what challenged me and how did I manage it? This is not about complaining, it is about the problem solving awareness. For example, managing a restless class, you use songs and movement like that, and time pressure, prioritized the essential tasks, and in emotional stress, took deep breaths instead of reacting like that. And reflection helps us realize that we handle challenges better than we think before. And what would I change if I could redo today? This question builds growth mindset, but not the guilt. For example, you can write speak more patiently, give clearer instructions, ask for help earlier, like that. If we sound self-critical, just gently remind yourself change is learning, not a failure. And how did I support student or team growth today? Here you can try it. Connects reflection to impact on others. Like I encourage a child who's shy to speak, and I guided a colleague with lesson planning, created a safe, joyful, and classroom environment. And we teachers don't just teach subject, we shape the confidence among the children. What patterns do I notice in my behavior? This is a deeper reflection question. It helps to identify our habits. For example, I feel stressed during the transitions. I'm more patient in the morning. I avoid difficult conversations. Like the patterns are powerful because once we see them, we can change them. Yeah, we came to the end of the session, and every journal is private. No one will read it. There is no right or wrong way. It is not your extra work, but it is your inner work. Just 5 minutes of reflection can improve your emotional well being, teaching quality and self awareness. When we grow emotionally, our classrooms become calmer, and when we feel balanced, our children also feel safe. So happy journaling. Hope you all enjoyed my session and it will be very useful for you in future.